I'm so excited to hear from the new book. When I asked Krzysztof to read with us today, they said something like, my new book is coming out, I'm not exactly sure when. And I said this prayer, oh my God, wouldn't it be great to do a kind of a joint book launch? And we found out maybe like last week that this was the new book was going to be here for you today, and what an honor it is to hear for the first time this amazing poet who I met at the Jaipur Literary Festival in 2023, and I bought Apache's 2 books and then read them both that evening because I was so incredibly moved by hearing Apache read, and to have this kind of moment with you all just feels really magical and special and moving to me. So thank you. I also, it's a great pleasure of mine to introduce Marcia Douglas, who I met on a bus in Port of Spain, Trinidad, for the first time, who said, I think I know your name. I know your name because I have a student at CU Boulder who said something about your work, and that was after my first book came out, which was The Taxidermist Cut, and that poet was Rushi Vyas, who's like a dear friend of mine. Yeah, I mean, a lot of folks in here probably know about Rushi, which is like an exciting connection. But it was on that bus, and I was like, so Marcia, tell me about Colorado. Do you like Colorado? Because I was on the job market. And Marcia was like, Colorado is great. She's like, the program is excellent. Our students are really smart. You should come here and bring some more West Indians out to Colorado. And so it's been my joy to work with her at CU Boulder after getting this job. Marcia Douglas is the author of the Jamaica collection of the Shante Dream Arkive, which is here. It came out is it April? In April of 25, which is a book that I bought on its publication date that I started. It took me longer. I'm a slow prose reader, but something that I devoured. She's also the author of The Marvelous Equation of the Dread, a novel in bass rhythm, Notes from a Writer's Book of Cures and Spells, and Madame Fate, as well as the poetry collection, Electricity Comes to Cocoa Bottom. She is a recipient of awards and fellowships from Creative Capital, the National Endowment for the Arts, and the Whiting Foundation. Her fiction, essays, reviews, and interviews have been included in journals such as the New York Review of Books, Bomb Magazine, World Literature Today, and in anthologies such as Kingston Noir, Jubilation, 50 Years of Jamaican Poetry Since Independence, Queen's Case, Jamaican Literature, Home, An Imagined Landscape, Mojo Conjure Stories, Whispers from Under the Cotton Tree Root, Caribbean Fabulous Fiction, The Art of Fiction, edXcel Anthology for English Language, London Examinations, IGCSE, the Oxford Book of Caribbean Verse, and the Forward Book of Poetry. And she is a college professor of distinction at the University of Colorado Boulder. Please welcome Marcia Douglas.
Hello, everyone. And thank you, Rajiv. You make me sound good. And it's a pleasure to be able to be with both of you. Can you hear me without the mic? Is that good? Let's see if we just okay. All right, so I'm reading from my novel, The Jamaica Collection of the Shante Dream Archive. And just to start out with a bit of the scaffolding of the book, I think that what I'll do in my 10 minutes is to maybe just give you a sense of how the book is structured. So in terms of archive, it's drawing from 3 types of archive: memory, dream, and imagination. And so I think that what I will do this evening is maybe read a little bit from each of those 3 spaces. And the other thing that I should say before I start is that the main character is a young woman on a Greyhound bus. She's undocumented and she's running from the government. And she is sleeping on the bus and dreaming. She's looking through the window, she's remembering, and she's imagining. The curation of dreams. For the dreamers, clear our footpaths. They run behind, they run behind and before, find traps up ahead, sweep broken glass, divert the gaze of enemies. The dreamers step in the paths of gunshot, take the stone in the eye, open the door so we'll slip through. They breathe against our ear when we are lonely, laugh when no one else gets the joke. Who from the future is dreaming you? From the past, who dreams you? The artifact of present time is a collaboration, a meeting of dreams. The long dead and the yet to come have dreamed us here, and we have dreamed them. Who is dreaming you now, clearing the obstacles in your path? I'm skipping around the book. Universal dub, or waning gibbous, and redreaming after bed on a bus. When the sister from seat 28 dreams, no one asks for her green card, and the keeper of the dream gate always lets her in. He has 3 tall locks that grow up to the sky, far, far into infinity. 20A, she's known only as 20A by the way, holds her head back, but cannot see the top of them. His locks disappear into the swirling dreamity. Welcome, daughter, the locksman says. The dream expands the way the universe expands. For to overstand dreams is to higher stand the universe, knowing structure and unstructure, infinity and rhythm, ways and unways. 28 looks up at the fullness of dread, puts her hand on the locksman's chest to feel if he is real. His iron-eyed beat is one she knows. When he calls her name, the sound bends space, and she dips and wheels into the dreamiverse, all nightness, magenta, and free. I'll read a little bit from memory. Memory check. The brain's hippocampus is shaped like a curly-tailed seahorse. Inside our seahorse, memories are stored, kept safe, right there in the curl. And too, the little seahorse helps us crisscross spaces and places. If you find your way to yard, give thanks to your horse. And since time and space are twin, might we also say, seahorse helps us navigate time. Something there is about a curl-up tail. Seahorse people entwine and whine and share sea-bottom things. Check this. 20A's Grammy sits and waits on the veranda. Today, bless her, she has forgotten that 20A will not be coming back. Hallelujah, she whispers to herself. My Grams is on her way. She thinks 20A is returning from America this afternoon self, and she has even made saltfish fritters and fried over breadfruit. The food is covered up on the stove, under the kitchen towel, printed with a map of Jamaica. There is also a bowl of number 11 mangoes, 20A's favorite. Grandma sings songs of redemption as she waits. The plane must be late. Remembering is a mix-up, is a remix, is a imagination. Archive of imagination. Dream and imagination are 2 first cousins. They live on separate shores and don't like to be confused. The keeper of the dream gate is the long lost dread, while the keeper of imagination is a wheeling, held up by an elaborate and expanding geoarithmetics. The genius of both tends to go unrecognized. They are the outside cousins not invited to the table. They know too many secrets, have no respect for other people's time or space, and have a tendency to bring up random stories. We are a little afraid of them. Imagine wheels in the void between ampersands, or sometimes in that place between your eyebrows, where the feeling of the nation spins on a turntable. Some say it is the rhythm ting that fuels the gelixer. Look slantways from your corner eye and listen with your foot bottom. Keep your palms open and become what is found there. Maybe imagination is an act of revolution. Maybe imagination is all there is. And I'm going to close with just something random for fun. I'm calling this one sound check. There are lots of dogs and just animals in general in this book, so I'm throwing in some dog bark. Sound check. Bang sound, big sound, sweet tuna play, and the Kingston brown dogs will not be outdone. They bark into the wee hours alongside the sound system. Nothing like a good dog fight, found sound, rough it up or shut it up, muzzle-free zone barking, first dogs, last dogs. This is how we broke it up. Full moon a shine, and the brown dogs bark our history, for their ancestors were here from way, way back. Some of them companions to Taino. They barked when 3 ships appeared on the horizon. Good souls they were. They did not know bad mind. Some ran to the hills when cares of life shook over, ate a noli lizard and dropped down guava, and learned to keep their bark quiet. Later, others came on ships, sniffing deck for dead rats, licking at the feet of Africans in chains, and looked to themselves. A brown stray at the corner of Hagley Park and Amara has a flash of memory of a buried ancestor, surprises itself with big bark sound, stops and perks its ears up, wondering at its own howl. Every one of us, dog and human, has a mastiff relative somewhere in our DNA. Oh, a long-tailed conquistador, maddened ancestor, what is your story? System check in the heart of Kingston. Check out the bass line, see what it a go on with. Nothing like a good dog fight, found sound, groundhound, rough it up or shut it up, muzzle-free zone barking, first dogs, last dogs. This is how we broke it up. Weary of heat and bark, a little dog stands at a gate. It waits for morning when an old woman will come with a bag of water crackers, toss some through the iron grill, whisper, "Look here, my Jesus."